talking about our most favorite sport, which is cricket. And today we don't have a man who's going to talk on cricket, talk around cricket with us, but a woman cricketer, Shailaja Sundar. And she's famous. She's also the sister of a very famous cricketer. And Shailja, I want you to give my audience some clues to who your famous brother is.
I can give a clue saying he scored his first, Test debut century in the recently concluded India versus England series.
My God, that's a completely dead giveaway. Yes, we are talking about Washington Sundar. Um, before we start talking about sibling rivalry, let's talk about the one thing that connects the two of you, that's cricket. How did cricket happen to you, and how did you pass it on to Washi?
I think, like everyone knows, cricket runs in our family. So that's how I picked up the game as well. So as a kid, I was always surrounded by the game, be it on the television or even if I go watch the game of cricket in the ground. So I was always surrounded by the game. So that's how I developed interest around cricket and playing cricket. And that's how I started playing cricket. And eventually, as Washi was born, and again, he used to watch a lot of cricket on television because entertainment was completely cut off in our household. So we always used to watch cricket or tennis or some other sport. So cricket was predominantly there. So that's how I started, and then eventually Washi also picked up.
And what's the difference between you guys? 2 years, 2.5 years?
We're 8 years apart.
Oh, you're 8 years apart. Okay.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit when you started, what was it like? Were you playing with the boys in the locality? Of course, you did not have Washi to play with because he was born much later, by which time you may have already started playing cricket.
Yes, yes. My father was a former state cricketer, so that's how I started playing. So normally when he goes to play, I tend to go along with him and sit and watch how he plays and all that. And slowly I started to play the game. And like you said, for most part of my life, I've played cricket with boys of various age groups. So especially my childhood has always been around. Boys playing cricket with them, competing with them. So that was even more fun, because everybody used to play with so much passion, and we all used to compete with each other. So it was always interesting, and it was in the initial stages of my career. It was in the learning phase. So I love to learn the game of cricket. I love to learn the basics and the techniques of how to play a particular shot, or how to bowl a particular delivery. So it was an everyday process, but I really enjoyed it in the early stages of my career.
I'll come to specific now. Spin bowling. You are a leg spinner. He's an off spinner. How did this art of spin bowling percolate in the family, and who got it there? Who gave it to you? The art of spin bowling.
I think, like I said, my father was my first coach, so he helped me learn the skill of leg spin slowly. But as I started bowling leg spin, I loved that art of leg spin because bowling leg spinners is a pretty difficult thing in bowling, and they normally say bowling leg spin is an art. So that way, the way the ball drifts, the ball loops, and it pitches and turns away from the batter. All of these things were like really, really exciting for me. And that's how I started enjoying bowling leg spin. And Washi, I would say, I think he has bowled all different styles of bowling, say fast bowling or, spin bowling. And he used to keep wickets when he was a kid. So he's done everything. But over a period of time, as he grew up, I think in his under 16 NCA camp, that's where they identified him as his potential in off-spin bowling, and that's how he took off-spin bowling seriously. So I think different stories for each of us, but like you said, spin bowling has worked really well for both of us.
Tell us some stories of growing up years, how cricket connected the siblings.
I think cricket was a very, very crucial part of our childhood because if we're not spending time in school, then we are in the ground for most of the time. And even at home, we used to play tennis ball, inside the house, and we used to spend a lot of time, most of our time playing cricket. So that way, we have too many memories, like, the early stages of Washi going to the ground, and he used to be so little, so I used to hold his hand, take him into the ground, and the way we started practicing. Back then, we had a kit bag that we can wear it like a shoulder bag, but the kit bag was quite long in length. It was big in length. So at one point of time, the kit bag, the size of the kit bag, and the height of Washi were quite similar. So it used to be really cute to see him wear that kit bag, walk into the ground and go and play the game. And he loves watching players like Brian Lara, Saurav Ganguly, Yuvraj Singh, the left-handers, and even Kumar Sangakkara. So he used to initially imitate their style of batting. So that used to be quite exciting to watch him do. We used to ask him, hey, imitate Saurav Ganguly or Yuvraj Singh. So he used to immediately do that. All of that used to be fun. And the times when we used to come back home and discuss about cricket, um, during the summer holidays, we used to be spending most of our time in the ground. So we used to play a lot of practice matches within our academy. So within the boys in the academy. So we used to plan strategies to pick somebody's wicket, or we used to plan strategies to win that particular game. So all of those memories are so beautiful and very, very special actually.
Was there any time when both of you played in the same team?
Yes, like I said, in the summer holidays, during the academy games, and we used to play academy tournaments under 13 and all that. So I used to play with the boys. Like I said, all of them will be boys. We used to play under 13 tournaments, but I used to be the only girl playing in those tournaments. So that would be really, really fun. And around those times, we used to play together. So we both used to open the innings for our team. So I'm a right-hander and he's a left-hander. So the right-left combination used to work, and we used to build really good partnerships, the opening partnerships. So all of that actually are lovely to reconnect now and think about beautiful memories.
Now, all of us who played sport, Shailaja, we know that there can be bullies around, and you are the elder sister, he's the younger brother. Has there been any time when you've saved him from being bullied or vice versa?
See, Washi was one of the youngest in the bunch. So everybody used to be very nice and kind to him. And the way he used to play cricket at that age, say around 4, 5 years, it used to be it used to be a fascination to watch. We used to be so fascinated by the way he bats, the way he bowls, and the way he approaches the game. Um, I used to believe back then that this kid will someday make it to the Indian cricket team. So I'm happy to see that today. But back then I used to think, so basically he was like a child prodigy in cricket. So so I think everybody used to like the way he used to play. And we all enjoyed that. So I don't think there were too many bullies. I don't remember any of that sort.
What was your what is your first memory of having taken him to a cricket field, or what does he remember of you during those days? Does he remember anything?
Yes, we both do remember. Back then, now the Chipwalk Stadium is there, no MH Chidambaram Stadium. So there used to be a B ground. So in that ground, we used to go and practice. It was open for all cricketers earlier. Now they've confined it to the state teams and all that. But earlier, all the league players and everybody used to come in and practice in different parts of the ground. So we used to play in one part of the ground. So that was my earliest memory of him. With him playing professional cricket. Obviously, we used to play inside the house. We used to play underarm bowling and all that at home. So going into the ground is that is the particular memory that I have of, and like I said, walking with him, holding his tiny hands and taking him to the ground. We both used to play together, so we both used to enjoy playing together. And what he used to love batting, so he used to bat for hours together, say 1.5 hours or 2 hours at a stretch. And by the time the coach says, last set you will have to come out so that the other batter has to go in and bat, he used to come out crying only. This used to be an everyday business. So he loves batting so much that he hates to come out and not bat. So he used to come out crying from the nets. He used to remove all his gears. He used to be crying, and then slowly we'll make him all right, and then he'll go back to bowling and all that. So that used to be really really special. And
So he
even
was very
even
emotional about he was very emotional about his sport.
Absolutely, he was madly passionate. Back in the days whenever he had a match to play, for example, tomorrow morning you have a match to play. He used to wake up around 3:34 in the morning, just out of excitement, and he used to wake up our parents and say, "Let's go, it's time. We'll have to go for the match." The match might be at say 8 or 9 o'clock. So he used to wake up that early and start pushing us also to go to the ground and start playing. He used to be madly passionate. So that has always been there. I think that still is there in him. That's what is making him perform so beautifully even now.
But has the emotion been changed a little bit over the years, or is he still that high on emotions as he was when he was as little as you're describing him?
I think he's matured as a professional cricketer. I would definitely say that. Over the years, through the experiences of ups and downs, and good success and some difficult times, I'm sure it is transformed him into a rather mature personality. But the fire and the passion in him is still there. But I think as we grow, the child in us stays a little deep inside, and we tend to be a little more cautious on the outside. So probably that, but I think his love for the game has never changed.
Shailja, it says it takes a village to make a champion. While growing up, you were one of the very important members of that village. Today, when he is a grown up man, but he's still, en route to becoming that champion cricketer, who does he say now is that most important person, or few very important people of that village who are supporting him to, become the best person that he thinks of himself?
I think he never forgets his roots. That is one quality that I find very interesting in him. The fact that he always ends up appreciating, or giving the credit back to his family or the people who's worked with him, say his coaches. He has a very small circle of people, but I think he's always grateful, and he's always thankful to them. And he always makes sure that he recognizes that their efforts really really make a huge difference to his game and his performance. So I think all of that really matters, and he's always grounded that way. So I don't think he calls one particular he names one particular person for all of his success, or all of his achievements. But like you said, it takes a village, and I think Wash has been really lucky and blessed that way to have the best people who are always supporting and wishing the best for him. That way, I think he also the feeling is mutual for him and the others, I would say.
What about his relationship with the current coach, Gautam Gambhir?
I think it's fantastic, and the way Gautibai is also supporting, or encouraging a youngster like Washi, and finding the potential to be that he'll be able to perform at that level. no matter whatever the situation, no matter whatever the circumstances, I think the ability for Washi to be able to perform at his best, given the situation at any point of pressure. I think Gauti Bai has really identified that very well, and I think the kind of opportunities that he's giving Washi in recent times has been fantastic. And I think Washi is also making the best use of it, and he's also been performing really well. So he's keeping the kind of trust that Gauti Bai has on Washi, and the reciprocation that Washi does for the trust that Gauti Bai has on him is wonderful. And I think I only wish that this grows, and it works for both of them, for the best of for the Indian cricket team. I think both of them are working to give their best, to bring the best result out of the boys, and for the Indian cricket team. So I think they both are doing a great job.
And any other special relationships that he has forged within the team that are relationships to remember, or anything that's special?
I think Washi has a really good rapport with almost everyone in the team. That way, that kind of quality I've seen in him right from his childhood, and he's always been nice to everybody that he interacts with, and he spends time with all of his teammates, right from his league, his state teams, any of the teams that he plays. Over the years he's played. So that way, I think he's had a lot of special relationships with a lot of players, especially with the Tamil boys, I would say, because all the more comfortable with the language, and they've played a lot of cricket together, shared the dressing room a lot more. So obviously that comfort will definitely be there. But I think Washi has had a very special relationship. He still has a lot of really, really important relationship with all, I think, all of his teammates. So I can't pick one in particular.
And any story that he would have narrated to you from the series that he came out as one of the big heroes, that's Australia, and also of this England series, any standout memory that he has come back with?
Like we both say, we don't talk too much of cricket nowadays. So, once the series is done, it's done, and he comes back home. He just wants to switch off and relax with the family, and talk about or spend time around something else. So, we really don't talk much about the teams, or anything per se. So there's nothing particular that he's told, but but the fact that the GABA test has been extremely special, and England series, the whole series has been extremely special for Washi, and of course the way the Indian cricket team has performed is phenomenal. I think this will go a long way down the memory lane. So definitely very special. But we don't talk much about all of that because he prefers not to. So that is actually one thing that I actually miss, because as kids we used to talk only about cricket for most part of our childhood. I don't remember discussing about anything else apart from cricket. If I think about my childhood, but now that is something I miss, but I'm okay with it because
what do you guys talk about now? If it is
now we talk about food. He's a lot more into the spiritual side of the meditation stuff and all of that. So those topics are quite interesting, and we talk on those lines, and or we just chill most of the time because.
And what kind of food do both of you enjoy on an outing?
On an outing, he likes Japanese cuisine, but at home, we both love mom's biryani. That is a given. So whenever we know Hoshi is coming, my mom will be all set to prepare biryani and all that he loves. So that's how it is.
Let me ask you, when he was on route to scoring his first 100 in Manchester, you guys huddled together as a family, or how were you watching, and what was your reaction immediately after?
Around that time, even I was traveling, so I was not home. So all of us were quite scattered, I would say. But we always following from from wherever we were. And I was with a set of friends, and I was actually preparing dinner for me and my friends. And that was when we all were watching the game. And it was pretty emotional, and happy tears and all that. So it was a very, very special moment. Of course, I miss being with the family, but that's how it is, because even I am preparing for my domestic season and everything. It was demanding for me to be away from home, and yeah, I happened to enjoy the moment with my friends, and they were all very happy as well.
As cricketer, let us talk a little bit about your personal journey. Tell us, where are you placed? What are your next set of plans with your state cricket team?
I think we have a season coming up in a couple of months. Starting October, the new season begins. So right now we are in the preparation phase, and the preparation is going really well. Hopefully, if this season goes really well, I think it would be a breakthrough for me as well. So it's all in God's hands. But as far as the preparation is concerned, I'm preparing really well, and I'm enjoying my preparations, and I'm really focused on that. And I think I'm happy about doing that for now.
Do you have plans for WPL?
Yes, like I said, it all depends on the performances, and by God's grace, if everything goes well, then probably I'll land up in some WPL team. I'm sure. I believe so.
Shailaja, everyone has been telling me when I said that in the newsroom that I will be interviewing Shailaja. So the first thing was, oh, that very glamorous sibling of Washington Sundar. I said yes. So talking a little bit about the things that you've done other than cricket. Cricket has, of course, taken you places. You've been inside a commentary box also. You've kind of been an expert commentator. Tell us a little bit about that experience of being behind the or on the mic.
Amazing experience. That was my dream come true. For to be on the com box and talking about cricket, or rather being connected to cricket on the other side of the game. That was extremely fun. I worked with Geo Cinema, and the Tamil team that I worked with was amazing, and I had a wonderful time with them, especially learning the work, learning how to do commentary and the whole thing. I have been working in regional channels as as an expert, and as a presenter. I have done a few shows like that, but to be on the com box is a completely different experience, and that was like I enjoyed every bit of it. Every day. Um, Going there to the studio didn't feel like work at all. It was like I was living my dream, and it was like I was super excited to learn. Every day I went into the office, I went in with the excitement of learning how to get better each day, and it was a fantastic experience, and I really hope I see that as a bigger career in future.
So is that the plan of the brother and the sister once cricket is done? Though it's a very long-term plan.
I'm not sure about Washi. He has a long way to go. He has
Yeah.
a long journey to travel in terms of his playing the game. But yeah, I'm not sure about him. But yeah, as I finish my career, my playing career, I would definitely look into getting into broadcasting, sports broadcasting. As of now, I do it on and off because I'm still playing. So I have my tournaments coming up and all that. So the dates might clash. So all of that. So I'm not fully into it right now. But once I retire, I think you will definitely see me as a sports broadcaster.
Thank you very much, Shailaja, for talking to us. And it was an absolute pleasure to get that glamorous half of Washington Sundar on our Tea Toast and Sport podcast. Thank you very much.
It's my absolute pleasure, and I had such a lovely time interacting with you again. And thank you for having me here, and thank you for taking me back the memory lane with Washi. I had a wonderful time sharing all of this with you. Thank you so much.
Lovely. Thank you. Thank you, Shailaja.